Hello and welcome to another edition of BluffTalk. BluffTalk is a special segment on Digging Deeper Radio by Hale Multimedia that features local people in the community that are doing great things. BluffTalk is brought to you exclusively by Scottsbluff County Scanner and Scanner News and more. Yes, sir. Tonight I have Bob Hessler on the line. He's with the CERT program, and he's our Safety Emergency Management Consultant here at the Scottsbluff County Scanner. Well, I understand you have some emergency preparedness information for us when it comes to tornadoes. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
What kind of things should we be thinking about?
Well, Brian, what I like to stress to people, first off, is always make sure that you've got a family plan, that everybody knows what to do in case of an emergency, whether it's tornado, fire, whatever. But we are coming into tornado season, and the big thing is of course, the weather always gives you a statement that says tornado watch, which means conditions are favorable. Tornado warning means a tornado has been spotted. Now, the thing you really need to have in your plan is if you live in a house without a basement, what are you going to do? Where are you going to go? Now, the weather experts will say go to an interior room with no windows, no outside doors or anything of that nature. So a closet, bathroom that don't have a window in it, somewhere where you can take cover in a house without a basement. Now, if you got a basement, of course, it's pretty easy. You go in the underground and stay safe. What I usually do is I start picking the radar up in about Wheatland and watch how it travels. Mm-hmm. And if I see that it's starting to come towards the Scottsbluff Gearing area, I will start posting notices that, hey, be prepared because right now the weather is coming. Radar's showing that we have a potential for severe weather in our area. But we all know the weather can change at any given moment. So the big thing is just make sure you have a plan of where you're going to go and what you're going to do if you don't have a basement.
When it was a warning back in the olden days, it was a human spotted it. But nowadays, they're saying it's a warning if it's detected on radar, right?
Either or. Trained weather spotter or radar.
Yeah, okay.
Now, see, next month, we have the National Weather Service coming over, and they're going to do a advanced weather spotter training for the CERT team because a lot of the CERT members will go out and watch the weather as well, being the trained spotters. So I talked to the Weather Service, and they are going to come in and do an advanced training for the CERT team.
You want to give us the details on this training coming up here soon?
Well, we've got one coming up next Tuesday night, which I believe is March the 7th at 6:30, and that'll be at the Scottsbluff Public Safety Building. And that training is on preparing before and after a tornado. And we're going to talk about what you need to do before the storm hits and then what you need to do after the storm hits. And what hazards are involved after a tornado, down power lines, gas lines. And then on March 30th and April 1st, Brian, we are holding another CERT class. And it's a Friday night and Saturday, but it's just training people in disaster preparedness. And we're really getting great response thanks to Scottsbluff County Scanner and to Dave Parks Jr. and the weather report site because we're picking a lot of people up off of those two locations that allow us to post our training notices. So thank you for that. But my big goal is, and over the years since 2005 when I started teaching the CERT courses, I bet we've probably got 500 people trained already across the Panhandle region. I'd really like to get our team built up to about 100 people. That is my goal and dream, and it's nothing more than to make sure you have a plan and what to do if a storm hits your house, or we have a train derailment like in Ohio. How are you going to handle that? You can say it'll never happen to me, but when it does, now you panic. And I'm going to stand here today and tell you the government is not going to be there for at least 72 hours. So you've got to have a plan on how you're going to deal with it and handle it. So with these trainings, you get educated in that.
And again, those trainings are free of charge, is that right?
Yes, everything is free of charge. You can take the training and don't have to join the CERT team. We encourage you to join just because we always need people in emergency situations and doing searches for missing people. But if you don't want to join the team, you're not obligated to join the team, but you can still take the training for free. Brian, the whole program of CERT is not to make competition to the volunteer fire departments, the EMS, the paid fire departments. It's an agency that was put together by Los Angeles County Fire Department in 1985. In 1985, LA County realized they didn't have enough firefighters to handle the earthquake that hit California.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when they started training citizens in taking care of themselves first, their family second, their neighborhood third. So the whole purpose of CERT is to train them to take care of yourself at work or at home, and then your family, and then you go around your neighborhood and check on your neighbors to make sure they're okay.
I love it. Priceless. That's great.
What the other agencies, like our team, has done is we've expanded it to where we work with the fire department, Scottsbluff Fire Department. We worked with, of course, Scottsbluff PD, the Scottsbluff County Sheriff's Office. We work with Gearing PD in advanced things so that the law enforcement know they can call us to assist with situations when they need manpower.
Mm-hmm.
I always say, we don't have enough firefighters. Well, then when I talk to people, they go, well, we got Gearing Fire Department, we got Mitchell Moore. Keep in mind, folks, them tornadoes come out of the west and travel northeast directional usually. So if it would hit Lyman, it would hit Morrill, it would hit Mitchell. You've just taken 4 entities out of business because they got to take care of their own community too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now you're down to Scottsbluff Gearing. Well, this is why the training allows you to go in and help with those agencies so they aren't worrying about the down power line, because we can call dispatch and say, hey, we got a down power line. We can secure that area by our training from NPPD that we don't have to have the fire department come and take care of that situation. Now they can focus on the higher damaged area. And it brings in additional manpower that they can rely on in emergency situations. So, it's a great program. I just wish we could get more people to step up and want to be involved. All of your followers you have on your scanner site, it's amazing, Brian, and you need to be commended for your vision of seeing what needs to be done and developing the Scottsbluff County scanner. But all of those people that want to know what's going on, join the CERT team, and you're going to get inside information that you ain't going to get on the scanner.
That's a good point, Bob. Let's finish out the program with a reminder on the dangers of the power lines that you were talking about earlier.
So if you ever have any doubt in mind at all about a down power line, keep your feet in contact with the ground at all times. If you're in a car wreck, and a power line comes down on the vehicle and you feel like you got to get out of the vehicle because it's going to catch on fire, jump out of the vehicle. Do not touch any part of the vehicle when you're jumping out, and make sure both feet hit the ground at the same time. And then you can either hop or shuffle your feet. I like teaching shuffle the feet versus hopping, because if somebody would hop and their ankle gets away, they could break a current and now they get shot. By both feet on the ground, it's not going to happen. And the other thing, Brian, I just want to share is people say, well, how far do those currents travel? We don't know. And I always use the example, skip a rock across the water. That rock will eventually fall into the water, but how far do those ripples travel? Those ripples are the electrical current that we aren't seeing. So this is why you got to be very careful with down power line.
Anything else that we missed, that we didn't cover?
I don't think so, Brian. Again, I just want to say thank you for allowing Scottsbluff County CERT program to be on your program, and you guys are doing a great job. And I really, honestly like to see how well you are policing people making comments and getting in the way of emergency personnel.
We really appreciate your input and your volunteering to be on the show today.
That'll work, Brian. I appreciate your time, and God bless.
All right, thanks a lot, Bob. Appreciate you. That was Bob Hessler with CERT. That's the Scottsbluff County Emergency Response Team. And that's going to do it for Bluff Talk. We appreciate you listening. May God bless. I'm Brian Hale.